Did you know that Thomas Jefferson, the man who wrote "All men are created equal," owned slaves? This paradox is one of the most striking aspects of his life and legacy. Jefferson, a founding father of the United States, is often celebrated for his role in shaping the nation's ideals of freedom and democracy. Yet his personal actions starkly contrast with these principles. This stark contradiction lies at the heart of Jefferson's story, a man both revered and reviled for his beliefs and actions. While he championed the cause of liberty, he simultaneously perpetuated the institution of slavery, owning hundreds of slaves throughout his lifetime. This duality has sparked intense debate and reflection over the years. He was a champion of liberty, yet he held other human beings in bondage. This juxtaposition raises important questions about the nature of freedom and the complexities of human morality. How could a man who fought for the rights of individuals deny those same rights to others? Jefferson's life was a tapestry woven with threads of brilliance and darkness, making him one of the most complex and fascinating figures in American history. His contributions to the founding of the United States are undeniable, yet his personal failings cannot be overlooked. This duality makes him a subject of endless fascination and study. To understand Jefferson, we must journey back to colonial Virginia, where he was born into a world of privilege and contradiction. It was here that he developed his ideas about liberty and governance, even as he lived in a society that was deeply entrenched in the practice of slavery. Through his words and deeds, we can trace the evolution of a nation and confront the enduring legacy of its complicated past. Jefferson's writings, including the Declaration of Independence, offer a window into the ideals that shaped America, even as they reveal the contradictions that have haunted it. Join me as we explore the life, ideals, and contradictions of Thomas Jefferson, the man who penned the Declaration of Independence. Together, we will delve into the complexities of his character and the lasting impact of his legacy on the American story. Thomas Jefferson was born in 1743 into the lap of Virginian aristocracy. His family's plantation, Shadwell, was his first classroom. He learned about nature, agriculture, and the realities of plantation life. From a young age, Jefferson displayed a keen intellect and a thirst for knowledge. He devoured books, studied classical languages, and embraced the Enlightenment ideals sweeping through Europe. Jefferson pursued higher education at the College of William and Mary. He excelled in his studies and developed a deep appreciation for the law. His mentors, including Professor George Wythe, instilled in him the principles of natural rights and self-governance. These ideas would later form the bedrock of his political philosophy. Jefferson emerged from his formal education as a well-rounded scholar, a skilled lawyer, and a man of deep conviction. As tensions with Great Britain escalated, Jefferson's voice rose in defiance. His eloquence and determination became a beacon for those who sought freedom from British rule. Jefferson's speeches and writings were filled with a fervent desire for liberty and justice, resonating deeply with the colonists who were growing increasingly frustrated with British oppression. He joined the Virginia House of Burgesses, where he denounced British policies with eloquence and passion. His arguments were not just about taxes or trade, but about the fundamental rights of individuals and the principles of self-governance. Jefferson's ability to articulate these ideas clearly and persuasively made him a prominent figure in the colonial resistance. His words ignited the spirit of resistance in the colonies and established him as a leader of the burgeoning independence movement. Jefferson's speeches were more than just rhetoric, they were a call to action. He inspired ordinary colonists to stand up against tyranny and fight for their rights, planting the seeds of revolution. In 1776, Jefferson was entrusted with the monumental task of drafting the Declaration of Independence. This document would not only declare the colony's intention to break free from British rule, but also lay the philosophical foundation for a new nation. Jefferson's task was immense, but his vision was clear. In elegant prose, he articulated the colony's grievances against King George III and proclaimed their right to self-determination. Jefferson meticulously listed the injustices and abuses that had been inflicted upon the colonies, making a compelling case for independence. His words were both a condemnation of tyranny and a declaration of the inherent rights of all people. Jefferson's immortal words, We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal became a beacon of hope and a rallying cry for freedom throughout the world. These words encapsulated the essence of the American Revolution and have continued to inspire movements for justice and equality across the globe. The Declaration remains a testament to Jefferson's unwavering belief in human liberty and his enduring contribution to the birth of a nation. His legacy as the principal author of this seminal document is a reminder of the power of words to change the course of history and the enduring struggle for freedom and equality. Following the American Revolution, Jefferson served his fledgling nation in various capacities. He was governor of Virginia, minister to France, and the first Secretary of State under President George Washington. In each role, he championed Republican ideals and sought to shape the young nation according to his vision of limited government and individual liberty. In 1800, Jefferson ascended to the presidency. His election marked a turning point in American history, signaling the rise of democratic Republican principles. As president, he oversaw the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States and secured its westward expansion. He also commissioned the Lewis and Clark expedition, which explored the vast uncharted territories acquired in the Louisiana Purchase. Section 5. A legacy beyond politics. Beyond the realm of politics, Jefferson was a man of diverse talents and insatiable curiosity. His interests spanned a wide array of fields, making him a true Renaissance man of his time. He was an architect, an inventor, and a scholar. His architectural prowess was evident in the many structures he designed, each reflecting his innovative spirit and meticulous attention to detail. He designed his beloved Monticello, his plantation estate, which showcased his innovative architectural ideas and his refined taste. Monticello wasn't just a home, it was a testament to his vision and creativity. Jefferson also designed the University of Virginia, embodying his vision for public education and architectural beauty. He believed that education was the cornerstone of a free and enlightened society. As an inventor, Jefferson devised practical solutions to everyday problems. His inventions were not just theoretical, they were meant to be used and to make life easier. He created a revolving bookcase, a dumbwaiter, and other ingenious devices that showcased his ability to blend functionality with creativity. One of his notable inventions was the polygraph, a device for duplicating handwritten documents. This invention was particularly useful for someone like Jefferson, who was an avid writer and correspondent. His inventions reflected his belief in the power of human ingenuity to improve people's lives. Jefferson saw technology as a means to enhance daily living and promote progress. Jefferson's intellectual pursuits extended far beyond politics and technology. He was deeply engaged in the study of various disciplines, always seeking to expand his knowledge. He was a student of history, philosophy, and languages. His curiosity knew no bounds, and he was constantly learning and exploring new ideas. He amassed an extensive library at Monticello, which later became the foundation of the Library of Congress. This collection was a reflection of his lifelong dedication to learning and his belief in the importance of knowledge. Section 6, the shadow of slavery. Despite his eloquence in advocating for liberty and equality, Jefferson's life was marred by a profound moral failing, his ownership of slaves. He inherited slaves as a young man and continued the practice throughout his life. Although he expressed moral qualms about slavery and even drafted legislation to restrict its expansion, he never freed his own slaves. Jefferson's relationship with Sally Hemings, an enslaved woman at Monticello, adds another layer of complexity to his legacy. Historical evidence supports the claim that they had a long-term relationship and that Hemings bore several of Jefferson's children. This aspect of Jefferson's life highlights the hypocrisy at the heart of his beliefs and actions. Section 7. A legacy forged in irony. Thomas Jefferson died at Monticello on July 4, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. His death on this symbolic date underscores the irony of his legacy. He was a man who penned the words, "All men are created equal, yet lived a life entangled in the institution of slavery." Jefferson's legacy remains a subject of debate and discussion. Some celebrate him as a visionary leader who shaped the course of American democracy. Others condemn him as a hypocrite who failed to live up to his own ideals. Regardless of one's perspective, there is no denying the profound impact Jefferson had on the founding and development of the United States. Section 8. Jefferson's Echo Through Time. Jefferson's words and ideas continue to resonate in American society today. His belief in limited government, individual liberty, and the separation of church and state remain cornerstones of American political thought. His writings and speeches are studied by scholars and cited by politicians across the political spectrum. Jefferson's legacy is also evident in the ongoing debates about race, equality, and justice in America. His words, both inspiring and contradictory, serve as a reminder of the unfinished work of achieving a truly just and equitable society. The contradictions of Jefferson's life and legacy challenge us to confront the complexities of our own history and to strive for a more perfect union. Section 9. Champion or hypocrite? Thomas Jefferson was a man of towering intellect, unwavering conviction, and profound contradictions. He was a champion of liberty who owned slaves, a visionary leader who struggled with personal failings. His life and legacy pose a timeless question. Can we separate the art from the artist? Can we embrace the ideals of a man while acknowledging his flaws? As we grapple with this question, we must remember that history is not a collection of perfect heroes, but a tapestry woven with both triumphs and failures. Thomas Jefferson, with all his complexities, remains an integral thread in the fabric of American history, a figure whose legacy continues to shape our nation's identity and destiny.